right, well, formally calling the meeting to order. This is the Parks Commission meeting for Tuesday, March 3rd. I suppose we'll get right to it. We have a fairly light agenda. Group before the spring celebration, so that the craft really with you guys. But we do have some park updates as well. But officially calling the meeting to order. Do we have approval of the minutes from our last meeting, which was January 20th?
I move that we approve the minutes of January 20th, 2026.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Well, before the craft discussion, we do have a couple of Steve Decatur Park, well, a development as of today, which is a fairly big one, but the equipment replacement, which Cody will tackle first.
Yeah, so on the last page of the packet, the existing spring jumper that's there, we have some money allocated this year to replace that. It's something that's been written up in the safety checks before, and it's an underused piece of equipment. It's kind of outdated. So my plan was to replace this with what's on the back of the packet, which is the zip line. I've got a lot of requests from a lot of different people around town. Ocean Pines has a zip line. There's a park in Laurel that has a zip line.
Awesome.
Like, they're very heavily used. This one fits within our budget. Berg is a reputable manufacturer. It's definitely going to take up more of a footprint than what's there now, but we do have extra space we can kind of expand. Probably going to run like parallel to the road. That red jumper is kind of right as you turn off the road. It's right there. It's the first thing. It's just going to kind of move. The enclosure for this is going to be just kind of parallel to the road, about the same distance off of the road as the jumper.
So you do have to expand the base.
We do. I think the dimensions on this are like 75 feet long by like 25 feet wide. So definitely about 3 times the size of what's there now.
I think the kids are going to love it. And
What
it's gonna-
additional equipment's needed to use it for our people that are out there? I mean, they have to have any harnesses.
No,
or-
it's, so if you look right here, see this little, this is actually the seat that rides on the cable.
Yep.
And all it is a little disc seat that you can like sit right in between your legs and ride. And I believe it's 5 to 12 is what it's like rated for. I mean, obviously some parents are going to put their little kids on there too, I'm sure. But
And walk with them, kind of thing as he goes.
yeah.
I was telling Cody today, the one in the Pines, my niece is just turned 5, and she visited all the time, but at the time she visited, she was not 5, and she would sit on it, and it's very safe, but she would sit on it, but the momentum, because of her age, didn't take her all the way across. She kind of just stopped in the middle, so
Yeah.
you kind of make do with the strength.
What's the weight requirement? I might be able to try it. Right.
I'm not sure the max. I mean, I've seen adults use the other ones, like the one at Ocean Pines.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think we
How high
do
is
have.
it? Sorry. How high is it?
I think it's only a couple of feet off the ground. I don't know the exact, just from looking at it, but based on other ones that I've used, they only ride far off the ground.
So this is a step ladder or a ramp to be able
Yeah.
to get up on it?
So this is like you pull it towards you, and then you kind of get on it on this end and ride it.
So the ramp will be embedded in the ground as
Yes,
well?
everything in the ground will be.
It looks like it would be a great thing structured around the whole
Yeah.
park.
Yeah, it's something, like I said, I've gotten a lot of requests for, and something that we don't have anywhere else.
That's all right.
We had like a little mini one at Henry Park before we replaced that playing unit. So now we don't have anything like this. So we have plenty of climbers, we have plenty of slides and stuff like that. It's just something different.
Good job, Cody. I'm loving this. They had a cool one at Ocean Heights when they had that big dangerous playground. I love that playground. That really high one.
Yeah.
And they had that, and that was fun.
Yeah, they're
It's
a
like
hit. I mean, that's been my most asked, like just talking to people in the park. When are you guys going to do a zip line? I mean, that's been the most asked for piece of equipment. So.
This gives me some ideas about what we could do with Airman Park, with a really, like, more
Yeah.
adult type of. Well, yeah, hey, no, I'm not into that. But just the idea, we have the space, we could do a really, that would be a fun
Yeah.
thing to add to our foods.
All right, sure.
So the not so good news to Stephen Taylor Park, because today when I was driving by the park, there is a large tree that has fallen on the tour in the back. And it's caused significant damage.
The painted one?
Yeah, the one right next to the pavilion that
That
has
has-
the porta play service.
Oh.
Wait, what did it call? Sorry.
The large playground pool in the back is Stephen Taylor Park.
And ironically, the tree, just for clarity, the tree that he's talking about that has fallen, did not come down in the storm, it came down last night.
Oh, the
Yeah.
wetness.
Saturated
Right, I
ground,
say,
we're
yeah,
assuming.
ground got so wet.
Yeah.
I drove by after the storm, and I saw a lot of limbs down, obviously, there's still a lot of limbs down, but I didn't see anything damaging the playground, and I rode by today, and I was like,
Will insurance cover it?
I
So we can
believe
get a
so.
new one?
Yeah, we're
A
gonna,
new
we
something?
filed the claim today, we're gonna, I mean, this really just happened today, so since we're meeting, we just
Yeah.
wanted to share it.
Right,
but,
it is,
We will be pursuing insurance for it, it's significant, the damage, yeah.
it's been caution tape off. I think you put out a notice asking people
I
to
will,
stay
yeah.
away from it.
Yeah.
But until the ground dries out, I can't get any.
You can't get machinery in there.
So it's caution tape off, and it's gonna be.
The entire piece of equipment.
I only did half of the equipment, so it fell on the, if you're looking at it from the road, it fell on the right half, and did significant damage. It broke one of the slides clean off, it, broke one of the decks and sheared a couple uprights. So it's very significant damage, but the left half of the unit is still able to be played and moving, so. Figured I'd leave as much as I could, and just caution tape off the rest
So
of
would
it.
the insurance claim be for a whole new piece of equipment?
I think they can repair it. Everything is kind of like modular, so like the decks that are broken, the slides that are broken, it can be replaced. It's not going to be insignificant.
This one is not too old to have that happen. I mean, it's been there for a while.
It's been there since 2012, so the life cycle of the grant-funded pieces is 20 years.
Oh, okay.
So 2032 would be the.
Okay, so I was really not making up a grant, but
Like
in
they're
fact,
still making it?
like they're still
Yes,
making it
yes,
and
they're-
all of
yeah.
that. That's, yeah.
It's new
Yeah,
enough.
that's wonderful.
We're still making replacements, but.
But then, of course, the cost of what it was at the time that it was
Yeah.
put in place is quite different than what it would be now.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we might
there's
have to revisit, we will likely have to revisit this one.
Do we need
Because
to-
with
do we
only
need-
5 years life left in the other one, then maybe we just get rid of the whole thing and get something.
Come up with a plan, but.
It's a possibility. I mean, we could do away with the damaged part of the unit, ride out the other part until it's time to replace it, and then go back and replace. I mean, it's, yeah.
But if
it's
we
up
did a
to-
fundraising for the, because it is a well-used piece of equipment. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if we find that we need to have it, we don't get what we need from the insurance, we can't get it fixed some other way, it might be something that we consider a fundraising, project for that. If we can do that, if the,
Yeah.
so, because it's a big deal.
How quickly do you think insurance will respond to that?
I mean, we used it this afternoon, fast. Hopefully by the end of the week, we'll have media.
I was just thinking, for the spring celebration, maybe you put out a jar.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
I think that I think any opportunity, we do put the jar out anyway, but we can really show the piece of equipment that we want to have repaired. Look,
Yeah, just we
show
won't
the
meet
tree.
again or, to have.
Right, no, I
that.
think that's kind of what I was thinking, and we should perhaps think about that as we set up for the spring celebration.
Yeah. I mean, certainly by the spring celebration, we'll have an idea of a path forward with what options are
I
here,
should
but.
have a quote on what it's going to cost to replace what's broken by the 16th. That's what the company that installed that unit is going to come up with that. He's going to give us a quote. And he said he won't be in town until the 16th, but he'll come right over.
Well, that's true.
So,
Could you send us an email and let us know, just so we can answer questions?
yeah, but in case anybody reaches out, that the playground will be very much so out of service for
Yeah.
some time now, unfortunately.
Well, just getting the tree is,
It's a large tree, so it's going to be.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, a whole tree or a
No.
branch?
the kick came up on the ground,
Yeah.
it was so wet.
We gotta get more trees in there.
Yes, we do. We have to come up with, we really have to work on our plan.
All of them are getting old.
They're able,
How many trees were down?
all of them.
In general, in
all of this
I didn't walk the whole park today, so from what I could see, walking around the
Yeah.
area, I could see 30 that were down.
They're in the
There's
top
one right down the path from that toilet
Because we
down
have
the
a lot of
water.
trees that
There's one on the backside, but it's right across the ditch. I don't see anything else that's been damaged.
This is
But the really is missing a few shingles, like stuff like that.
big trees.
We're gonna go around tomorrow and actually like drive the whole trail and cut what's blocking the trail and move to the side. So we'll get a better idea tomorrow on how much is actually down. There's a lot of different things.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to look every time I drive down the road.
It's gonna be it's gonna be at least a couple months before we get like really moving on a lot of this stuff. We're still trying to clean up residential spots in town, so that's kind of taking priority over the park.
It's a lot.
It is,
It's
so
a lot.
it's gonna be a slow process. And it's, like I tell everybody who calls in, just have to be patient. And the trees are gonna be down in the park for a while before they're.
Well, many people don't understand that the crews that are cleaning up the town are the same crews that do our trash service and, all public, we have a relatively small public works department and they do it all, so.
Yeah.
I think, if you look, that might be a nice reminder. These are the jobs that Public Works has to take care of.
Yeah.
Because if you're getting in a heat, you shouldn't be, because we're so grateful for everything you do. You do it well and safely, those are all good things. Picking up the trees and everything, that's so far down on the list of other things, emergency things that you have to do. I
And
mean,
nobody wants to pay more taxes to hire more people, so
Yeah.
there you go.
there
It's
you
slow.
go. Volunteer if you want to go faster.
So, something I was gonna say about that. No, that's okay. My tree's gonna take, probably fill the whole, do you mulch it?
So what we've been doing is we've been going around and chipping as we go. We've been towing a chipper behind the dump truck and chipping as we go. It's really slow.
If you chip it, can you use that in the parks around the, or no?
Yeah, I mean, if we wanted to put wood chips somewhere, we could.
Can't use it under the playthings though.
I know,
It's not fine enough.
It's gotta be double mulch, and it's gotta be, like dye-free, it's gonna be, like, no, like, I forget.
You
what
certainly
it's
would
called.
not want black locust in it.
Right, it's gotta
Where
be
can you
safe
put it?
wood, I mean, if we have like, say the parking lot of West Street, we've got
yeah.
like some areas that are really wet.
Yeah,
and
that's a
put some
good
wood
idea.
chips down there to kind of help that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, unfortunately, can't use it in parks.
But
Like-
the West Street would be great,
Mhm.
because that did get torn up quick.
Yeah.
But,
We'll try to repurpose it as best we can.
well,
We have a lot of it.
So that's a fairly significant update we needed to share about what was realized this morning, so.
Henry Park looks fine. There's a tree that's fallen on the fence. The fence is being replaced anyway, so it's not anything. That's it.
well, I think this piece of equipment is unanimous.
Okay.
Everybody seems to
Just
like.
forward,
Do
do
you
we
need
have
it?
a motion? Yes, do we have
All
a
right,
motion to approve the equipment?
I'll make a motion to approve the zip line as presented.
Second?
Suppose everyone, all in favor? Aye. Okay.
Aye.
Okay, really the only thing is the spring celebration craft discussion, and I know the last time we talked about it, maybe not at our last meeting, the meeting prior, my takeaway was that the group was kind of all in favor of sticking with the type of craft that we've been doing. But we did switch it up for the National Night Out where we did succulents, which were a huge hit. We were out of them in minutes, truly.
That's not
So we
craft
could-
beer?
Not craft beer.
Okay.
No, not to say, there won't be somewhere, but our table will be of a plant. So at the last spring celebration, we did the seeds, a little bit of a plant kit, and then the National Night Out, we did a succulent. So I didn't know if you wanted to go back to the craft kit, if you wanted to stick with the succulents.
They were a little more
Um,
pricey.
They were a little more pricey. Yeah, we weren't able to get as many of them as we did
But they
with
were
the craft, yeah.
Well, I was trying to give it a little bit of thought as to what we could give away that would be something that's parks related. And my first thought was, and spring, paper kites. But then I thought that would be fun. However, then I realized there's string, so it could be a choking hazard, so.
And paper kites are a bit frustrating if you don't have the right bag.
I don't think that we should give away any plastic, that's what I was
No, I
saying.
agree.
And the other thing that I thought of after that, because I thought of the string, when I was a kid, I used to love those pinwheels. And I saw that you can get paper ones that the kids can color, big
sure.
ones, like big jumbo paper pinwheels. And I thought, that's fun, because I remember even my brothers running around, getting them to spin, you know, with the wind.
That's good for Easter.
That's what I was thinking. So
Sure.
that's another suggestion. I still do love the plant idea, but I just was throwing that out there for everybody.
Well, we could really probably get a lot of the paper pinwheels for the cost of what we've been doing.
Yeah.
with the- so-
I can look at that, sure, with the companies that we've ordered from the past, I would imagine that that's something that they would carry, just get some
Probably.
price information on it, sure.
Just a suggestion, I
Yeah.
just
I
thought.
like that suggestion. I love pinwheels too. I will make several myself.
Yeah, there you go. And I saw some, you could color them and then run them around.
I mean, depending on the price too, if they're relatively inexpensive, and they can be colored, we can maybe buy like a small kit of crayons or something
Yeah.
to include as a kit.
That would be really
Yeah.
nice.
It'd be cool if they had something they took home and did,
Yeah.
so they remembered
Yeah, okay.
their fun day and it didn't just end up tossed aside.
Well,
Okay.
Wooden sticks, not.
Yeah, wooden sticks would be great, but
Sure.
we'll take, I mean, if we can get that.
if we could get something like that,
Okay,
you know, it would be nice if it's wooden.
okay.
I don't think a paper straw would work as well.
Yeah.
Those little wet hands.
That'll give Kate
Okay.
a little homework.
Yeah, that's okay.
If the price is too high, I think we should not go for the more expensive, but go back to just the seeds. I don't, because we're gonna have a lot of kids, we have a lot of
The
kids.
spring celebration is better attended, right,
Yeah, the
than
seeds are
the,
good.
I love it, like they
Yeah.
get to plant it.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I
I haven't
think
been to that.
the spring celebration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was away.
Yeah. So I do think it's a little early, I don't know why, but it feels
Spring-
earlier to me this year. So it is on Saturday, April 4th. Again, the dates on our upcoming meeting schedule, so if anyone from the group can attend, we do typically put out a table across the Inlet Hotel, and we're down at that end of Main Street, so. And we're there until we're out of crafts, so 10 to be determined. But typically, we fly through them the last couple of years, so.
We've been
We've
on
been there
for
too
time.
long.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
And the kids, because they have their events and then they have the eggs and all of
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
I should really look at the whole spring celebration events, list of events.
I want to say that Easter egg hunt starts on 11th, right?
Oh, yeah.
So typically, I feel that families or visitors here for the event kind of walk the street and head up that way. So they start at our end and then work their way up. So,
And
I
then
mean,
they come
typically,
back.
we're out of crafts, I should say, by 12.
It's been
So
amazing.
we've been flying through them, so. Okay, so I'll do my research on the paper pinwheels, maybe create hopefully a little kit. If not, I'll send some options for the seed kits again, but I'll need to do that by the end of this week, just to make sure it's all here in time for the event, of course, which is almost a month from today.
I still like the joke bags too.
Yeah, those are cute. And those are actually crafts too, but
It's a
they're
craft
on them.
too. So if we just give them the bag and crayons inside.
Yeah, okay.
We'll be out of
That's a
town
sticker.
for, again, this year, but I don't know that I can volunteer for daughter. That's okay. I can roll. I can volunteer myself.
I'll be there. If
I
anybody
can
can
volunteer
come join,
myself.
that would be great.
I'll be there. I'm not going anywhere for you.
I'm
Okay.
busy putting the bags together.
One thing I didn't put on here though was just in terms of, I suppose it's technically event. We have started taking names of participants from the backyard buffer, for the backyard buffer program. The distribution, so I suppose I'll back up a little bit. We have been putting stuff out on social media. The Forestry Service has also been putting out the event. Just for clarity, because I have been receiving phone calls from people that are not residents of Worcester County. I am only the contact for those whose property falls within the boundaries of Worcester County. If it is Wacomico or Somerset, they have their own program, so they would have to call their representative for that. But the real only requirement, if you will, is the property has to be adjacent to, or a resident lives on, or near a waterway. So that really is the only flag that they ask me to put out there when people call inquiring about it. But I
That's all
do
if we're
say
doing it.
that, exactly. But I do say that because I have been told that the Forestry Service does follow up, just getting updates from participants of the past. So I would think that would be a pretty big disclaimer, I suppose, for those interested in the program. But we are, if anybody reaches out to you, I am the contact. Please email me, call me. We have about 20 people that have already signed up for it. Last year, we were cut off at 40 participants. So we're about halfway there with still a month and a half left. So the distribution is Friday, April 10th. The bundles are dropped off the day before.
If people don't pick those plants up, I know that you had that situation last year.
Yeah.
Can we possibly heal them in up at Heron Park? And, then we can, the ones I healed in last year, that I couldn't have, they're still fine. So they will stay until we find a proper place for them. So if there are some left over, because hopefully there's going to be some planting action, and some volunteers do some stuff. And that might be, and it's right on, it's right on water.
Yeah. I mean, we can work with Public Works. We do have any leftovers. We can certainly ask.
Just if there's anything that people don't pick up. I'm not saying to
Yeah,
ask for
yeah.
extra ones, but if people neglect to pick them up, or all of a
Yeah, there were
sudden.
quite a few last year.
There were quite a few. So just, I don't want them to go to waste.
Yeah.
As long as it would be okay, I think the Heron Park can benefit from some. Probably even some Steve Decatur Park. We could, some spots there that we've lost materials.
Yeah. But if anybody reaches out, please have them contact me. I am taking names up until the distribution day. So
Okay.
depending on how many bundles were allotted from the Forestry Service. But yeah, so we're almost, again, the distribution will be Friday, April 10th. There's no participation needed for the distribution. It's just in case anybody reaches out to you about it. Just update too, we are internally having a meeting in the next couple of weeks with Mr. Giesemann, who was presented at our last meeting. That has not been forgotten about. We're just going to meet with him to fine tune some things, to then present more information to you about a path forward at our meeting in May. So we want to internally talk to him about what will be needed on behalf of the town in order to formulate the requirements necessary for the designation. So we are still pursuing it very much so, and hopefully we should have an update for you at our May meeting. So other than that, that's all we really have for this meeting. Does anybody have anything to share, questions, concerns about?
Since we don't have a final word on it, I guess we can't really say anything about it at our spring celebration table about us becoming a tree city and all of that.
We can certainly put it out there.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
not
a sign that says, we're,
confidential,
okay. That would just be, it's something that people can talk about.
Maybe we can even ask Mr. Giesemann if he has a flyer or pamphlet of some kind that we can put out the information.
I
at
think
our
that would
table.
be terrific.
Yeah, we're meeting with him, I think, sometime in March, so.
If you could have that, that would be really helpful.
Sure.
Sorry, I have another meeting. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
See ya.
Okay, so that's really it. Anything else?
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Everybody? And second. All right. Thank you very much, everyone.